Hi, welcome to the Silver Spleen. My name is Fred Wednesday, and this is my review of The Detective 1 and 2. Aaron Kwok plays a detective in Bangkok. The movie has a great opening scene featuring Aaron Kwok, Shing Fui-on, and Noodles. Shing Fui-on hires Aaron to help him find out who this woman is who's following him and wants to kill him. Aaron gets help in this endeavor from his childhood friend, played by Liu Kai-chi. He's a police officer because his eyesight is much better than Aaron Kwok's. So as he tries to piece together the identity of the mystery woman, he seems to have a real knack for finding dead people, or for being around people who die. Naturally, this doesn't endear him to his friend, the police officer. Speaking of endearing, Jo Koo's cameo made me understand why it's so hot and humid in Thailand. But I digress. There are quite a few small roles in the film for people like Wayne Lai and Kenny Wong, and they do a really good job. To me, Liu Kai-chi practically steals the movie with his character. He's a lot of fun to watch, and he's very believable. Aaron Kwok does a really good job of acting in this movie, and not overacting as he is so often prone to do. There are two scenes where he gets to act severely, but I found both of them to actually be very appropriate responses considering the situation. If you see the movie, you'll know what I mean. Just imagine either of those things happening to you. The detective isn't perfect. There's at least one logical lapse that kind of got to me. But this was obviously a sacrifice on the altar of cinematic spectacle. If you're getting chased by a big truck, don't run between parked cars, don't run down those narrow alleyways. No. Just run right down the middle of the road so the truck can chase you and you see the headlights, but it looks much better on screen. But that was really the only thing I can think of that took me out of the movie. The rest of it was a lot of fun and really interesting. It's also worth mentioning that I really enjoyed the soundtrack. The movie takes place in Bangkok, so all the music was stuff that I'd never heard before, and I enjoyed it. The Detective was, and still is, surprisingly good, featuring convincing acting, strong direction, and a number of really great small roles. It was Shing Fui-on's final movie, and I'm always going to regret that I never got to meet him. I watched The Detective twice in the cinema, and I've watched it several times on DVD. So when they announced a sequel, I was really looking forward to it. And then I watched it. The Detective 2 is the 2011 sequel to 2007's The Detective. I watched this movie at the Dynasty, and I chose the right place. It wasn't going to surpass the first movie, the B+ in the title be damned. Frankly, D+ would have been more apt. A murderer is killing people in terrible and weird ways. The police are desperate to catch him. So desperate that they enlist the help of the worst detective in Bangkok. It makes no sense to me either. But apparently everyone in Bangkok speaks Cantonese. It all makes sense now, huh? A flashback. A young man loses his parents and his mind. This is one of those movies where they tell you everything about the murderer's background, but keep his present-day identity a mystery. Is it a cop? Is it a lunatic? The problem is, the film was such a shoddy mess that I didn't really care. To me, there was nothing engaging about the film. I had no interest in the plot or in the characters. I found myself just waiting for it to end, and the wait seemed interminable. I was very disappointed because I had really liked the first movie. It was funny, well-made, entertaining, and it really drew me in. The Detective 2 really didn't. Think of it this way. When the wittiest part of a film is an actor's piss take on the mind-bending abortion that was another one of his movies, then you got problems. I watch movies so you don't have to, and no one should watch this movie. The epilogue is a leaden, obtrusive 2 a.m. last call, you're fat but you have a vagina so I gotta try pitch to get you interested in a sequel. It didn't work. I can easily and strongly recommend The Detective, but the sequel is not a movie I can endorse. So if you want to watch one or both of these movies, go ahead, it's your right and privilege. But do me a favor, pay for them, don't steal them. In the description, there are links where you can buy these movies. That's what I would like you to do. If you enjoyed this review, please leave me a comment. If you didn't enjoy the review, leave me a comment. If you enjoy the channel, please subscribe. That way you'll get to see all the new videos as soon as they're released. Thank you for watching.